Hi, welcome back to my channel. This is dress relief during spooky season. So with Halloween just around the corner, I was requested to do a video for costumes that fit the dark academia or cottagecore aesthetics, and I thought this would be a really fun idea, so today I'm going to be talking about some costume ideas. And in this video, I'll just be throwing out a bunch of my ideas, but I won't actually be putting together or making the costumes because one, that would take a lot of time and money if I were to do all of them, and two, Halloween is practically cancelled, at least where I live, because of COVID-19, so it would just be kind of wasteful for me to make the costumes. Unless you guys really want to see a couple of these ideas put into action, then comment down below and maybe if there's enough traction, I'll get that going for you guys. I will also be linking a couple of Pinterest boards that I made for some inspiration for these costumes, so be sure to check those out down in the description box below. And with all that said, let's jump right into it. So I'm going to start off with some dark academia costume ideas. So of course, the first general idea I have is a character from your favorite dark academia movie, TV show, or book. For example, one costume idea might be Sherlock Holmes or a general detective. So that one is pretty achievable. All you need is a plaid coat or jacket or a trench coat and a deerstalker hat and some props like a pipe or a magnifying glass. Put that all together and you're ready to solve a Halloween mystery. One idea I have that's inspired by a TV show is a Peaky Blinders character. This is also pretty achievable. It's basically just a vintage 1920s look. And this is my boyfriend's favorite show and I've been meaning to watch it, and I just love the aesthetic and the fashion so much that it's pushing me more to watch it. So if you want to dress like one of the Peaky Blinders guys, I would go for a three-piece suit and some nice dress shoes and one of those flat caps. What the fuck do you call those bitches? Oh, I guess it is called a flat cap or a newsboy cap. And another detail I would add is a chain to the vest. Or if you want to dress like a 1920s woman, you can go for a slip dress or one with a flowy skirt and a fur coat or fur scarf. And then I would love to curl my hair in those 1920s vintage waves. Another character idea I have is a character from Little Women. So this can also be pretty easily achievable. All you need is a long plaid maxi skirt and then tuck in a button-down shirt into that skirt. And then the only things you might have to buy or make is a little cape and a matching bonnet. Another idea is the black swan, and all you would need is a black tutu. So that can also be a pretty easy DIY. All you need is a black bodysuit and some black tulle fabric. And then you just basically need to do some dramatic eye makeup. And the last character idea I have is from The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. I love all the fashion in this show. I think it's so slept on, it's so underrated. So I would love to do one of these costumes one day. So one idea I have is Sabrina when she's doing that scary floaty thing with the glowing eyes and has a crown of thorns on her head. Or if you have a couple friends who are cool enough to do this costume with you, you can do the Three Weird Sisters. And all you need is a long sleeve dress and then get some lace material, and you can easily make those lace collars and cuffs. The next costume idea I have is inspired by those statues that we all know and love in the dark and light academia aesthetic. So you can dress up as one of these statues or a Greek god or goddess, and all you would need is a long flowing white dress, or you can also DIY that. I've seen YouTube tutorials on that, so I'll try to link some down below. And then maybe some gold jewelry. The next costume idea is to dress up as one of your favorite paintings. For example, you can be a Van Gogh painting and just paint some stuff on your face. Or you could be Frida Kahlo, or the girl with the pearl earring, or the Mona Lisa, or that one Apple dude, the one by Magritte, not Steve Jobs. There's just so many possibilities with this painting idea. Another idea that I thought kind of fit the dark academia aesthetic would be a porcelain doll, and you can take this in a really spooky direction, or you could be a wind-up doll, or you could take it in a steampunk direction. I feel like there's a lot that you can do with this as well. Another costume idea is Amelia Earhart. I feel like her pilot look just totally fits the dark academia aesthetic, and she's just a badass bitch, so why not dress up as her? And finally, the last dark academia costume idea I have is just basically any historical costume. I feel like Halloween is the perfect excuse to wear some historically accurate clothing. For example, a Victorian dress or a Regency dress, or something I've always wanted to do just once in my life is wear a Baroque Rococo dress. If I had all the time and money in the world, I would love to just make myself one of these. Next, I'm going to go over some cottagecore costume ideas. So the first costume idea I have is a fairy, and I feel like at first thought this might sound childish and cutesy, but I think it can also be pulled off in a more grown-up way. I think you can easily do this with a long flowy dress, and then I've seen some really cool DIY wings on Pinterest, which again, I'm linking my inspo board down below. And then you can just add some flowers and whatever you'd like, and you can take this in so many different directions. The next costume idea I have is something naturey, like an elf or a forest nymph or that one green bitch from Moana. And I think this costume can be done in a really cool way in so many different ways if you do it by hand or do it yourself. And you can use a lot of leaves and flowers and just make an outfit out of it. And I've also seen some cool like tiaras or elf ears, and I just think this costume can be really beautiful. And the next idea I have is a mushroom. And at first when I wrote this down, I was kind of joking about it. I didn't think it would be that pretty of a costume. But then again, I went on Pinterest and I found some really cool ideas, and basically there's tutorials to make a mushroom hat. So if there's one thing you guys want me to DIY, I really hope it's the mushroom hat, because I just want to make that. I just want to be a little mushroom, even if I'm not doing anything for Halloween. The next cottagecore idea I have is strawberry shortcake, but like the 80s version, because just look at this bitch, OG cottagecore bitch. And this costume might be a little bit harder to DIY, but I think it's super cute, so you can give that a shot. Another nature-inspired idea, which kind of ties in with the mushroom costume, would be a flower or a dandelion. I also saw some really cute dandelion hats or flower hats, and I think you can also make some pretty like petal skirts. I also saw some DIY capes that look like it's made of leaves, which would also go well with a fairy or elf costume. So I think that's a really good DIY to look into, and I think it could be used for multiple years if you want to be a fairy one year and a dandelion the next year, or something like that. That works. And then another idea I have is a butterfly or a moth, and just like the fairy, I think it sounds kind of childish at first, but I think it could be really beautiful, and you could make some really cool wings and again wear like a flowy dress like the fairy. And yeah, I think that could be done in a really cool and more grown-up way than we're used to. So those are all the dark academia and cottagecore costume ideas I have for this Halloween. Let me know in the comments if you want me to DIY some of them. I could probably do 2 or 3 before Halloween. Well, yeah, I have a couple weeks. I could probably do it. So yeah, I hope this gave you some ideas. If you're lucky enough to be able to do something for Halloween, just be safe, wear a mask, social distance. If it helped, like this video and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram and TikTok, which I just made, and I will see you guys next week.